I want to thank everyone for coming on tonight's wellness presentation. If you don't know me, my name is Brian Gresh. I am a pharmacist of over 38 years now. I live in Ellington, Connecticut. For many years, I owned a community pharmacy and I was also a compounding pharmacy. So I found myself knee deep in hormones and the like. But what I'm going to talk about tonight is a subject that I didn't necessarily always believe in. In pharmacy school, I think I took a 1 credit elective course on supplementation. And the only thing I remember from it was the professor saying, you're just going to pee it out. And so that was my mentality going into my career as pharmacy. But the deeper I got into it and the more I got involved with alternative therapies through pharmaceutical compounding, the more nutrition came up. So I started to educate myself and learn. And what I found in my practice was I started taking supplements myself, took quite a few things, but the only thing I ever experienced from it was stomach upset. So I was recommending supplements for different people, things that I heard that were good, but nobody ever came back and said, wow, that was amazing, until something that we're going to talk about tonight. So I'm going to share my screen. And what we're talking about really is the basic essentials for living healthy, feeling great, and aging well. I'm going to kind of cover two topics. Think of it, you're going to go out and you're either going to build a house or buy a house. One of the first things that you want to look at is the foundation of that house. You want to make sure it's a solid foundation, because you can have the prettiest house in the world, but if the foundation is not stable, it's going to start cracking and warping and all that stuff. So first, we're going to talk about the foundation, what I believe is a great place to build that foundation for optimal health. The second thing we're going to talk about, maybe you buy that fixer upper and you hire someone or you do it yourself to come in to refurbish it. What you do is you keep all the good aspects of that house and clear away the rest, and you have a pretty brand new house. We're going to talk about that in terms of our body and what we can do today so that as we age, as Jackie says, we age gracefully. I want to age not so gracefully. I want to age kicking and screaming, but we're talking about aging well. Oh, let me just get this here. So our purpose tonight is really to empower the average person with knowledge to take charge of their health and wellness for their future. My personal mission is to leave people feeling better tomorrow than they did yesterday with the information that I give. The disclaimer, nothing that I talk about tonight has been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. But the beauty is our body does that on its own. And I believe we have the innate ability to heal if we give our body what it needs and take away what it doesn't need. So what are your health and wellness goals? Have you thought about it? Are you as vibrant and full of energy that you'd like to be? Are you mentally sharp? Are you emotionally and spiritually grounded? Lean and strong? Are you at your ideal body weight? Are you comfortable with your body weight, no matter what your body weight is? Are you physically active? So many people today feel out of balance, and I would venture to guess many people on this call feel out of balance. Why? Things have changed. If you look back at, parents and grandparents, or when we grew up, I was kicked outside, go play. It didn't matter what the weather was or the temperature. It was, the boob tube my mother called the TV, that was off. We were outside. Today, our kids have all these screens, and we have this instant entertainment built in. Our diets have changed over the years. And, oftentimes exercise is just an option for most people, and it really shouldn't be. But one of the biggest things that have changed is our farming. And not only are we not getting what we need to out of our crops, but we're putting in things we don't want in them. Today, fruits and vegetables have been shown to have 59% less nutritious value than 40 years ago. If you don't think you need to supplement, this right here is a reason why. Our bodies are designed to take in all these wonderful foods that this planet Earth provides for us. But now we're just simply not getting the nutritive value that we should be. 90% of Americans are deficient in essential nutrients. What's an essential nutrient? An essential nutrient is a nutrient the body can't make, it has to get from an outside source. 90% of Americans are deficient in essential nutrients. Why? Well, today's modern farming techniques, our soil has been depleted of its minerals. We're not farming like we did 100 years ago. So the result of it is, and Time magazine says it best, the secret killer. Everything comes back to this: heart attack, cancer, Alzheimer's. It's all linked together. And because we're not getting the nutrition out of our food, this is what we're left with. And it is a challenge for a lot of people. And based on your genetics, it's going to show up in one way or the other. So what I recommend that you do, and if you're a guest on here tonight, get a hold of this health awareness survey from the person that invited you on here. Better yet, go through it with them. Go through each of these topics and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How important is it to have energy throughout the day? Do you drink? Are you consuming multiple energy drinks? Weight loss, is that an importance to you? Joint and ligament flexibility, heart health, respiratory health, and so on. This is a great tool to really find out where you are now in your needs and then set a plan moving forward. So I believe supplementation is no longer a luxury. I believe today it's a requirement for optimal health. And when I talk about optimal health, I'm not talking just about disease prevention. What I'm talking about is living to your optimal self, to be vibrant, to be able to go out and do all the things you want to do. The challenge is, and what I learned in my pharmacy, is not all supplements are created equal. This is why over the years, my experience with supplements was mixed at best. So when somebody came to me with this specific product, it happened to be another pharmacist and a clinical nutritionist, I was very, very skeptical because I had already had experience with mediocre supplements. So it's not just about the ingredients that are in the supplement you're taking, and that's important. But what's really important is what's on the label. Is that actually getting into your bloodstream at the cellular level where it can make a difference? So I learned about the isotonics advantage. I had taken a product I'm going to talk about in a minute, and I had taken all the ingredients in this product before in separate ways, never experienced anything positive. Well, I had an incredible experience with this. I had horrible, horrible, horrible allergies. I mean, horrible. I didn't know anybody with worse allergies than me. And seasonal was the worst. The fall when ragweed came out. My quality of life, I wanted summer done, and I don't like winter, but I wanted summer done and I wanted that first frost. So I wanted to know why the supplement I took did what it actually did. 3 days on it, and my symptoms disappeared. I still had the allergies, but I had no symptoms from them. So it didn't cure me, but what it did was it supported my body so that I wasn't experiencing the symptoms. And I learned about the isotonic delivery system. And what I have here is just a quick 1-minute video to share with you what the isotonic delivery system is.
Isotonics, the world's most advanced nutraceutical taken orally. Isotonics refers to the form by which the supplement is delivered into your body. Isotonic means having the same fluid pressure as body fluids. This all-natural delivery method reduces the time it takes for your body to absorb the nutrients. Normally, when you ingest a daily vitamin or nutritional supplement tablet, your body must work up to 4 hours digesting and absorbing the vitamins and nutrients. During this lengthy breakdown process, a percentage of the nutritive value is lost. But because isotonics products are powders, the fillers, binders, coatings, and lubricants that are common to tablet manufacturing are not necessary. And the inactive natural ingredients and flavoring also make the product taste great. Faster and more efficient absorption into the bloodstream increases the value of taking nutritional supplements. Always follow the directions on the label when taking any nutritional supplement. Isotonics products become isotonic when mixed with the appropriate amount of water. You simply mix the product, stir, and drink. It's that easy. Isotonics.
So it was this delivery system that I learned about, and I got it as a pharmacist. As a compounding pharmacist, I was always interested in ways of getting ingredients into the body different than what was normally the way we get things in, because a lot of people are challenged with that. So I understood this. So, you know, when you have something that has up to a 95% bioavailability, that means that what's on the label, you're actually going to get into the cellular level. And this was the product that I was introduced to. It was our OPC3, a very high potent antioxidant. And that OPC3 really, to me, started my journey on optimal health. Where do I recommend people start? Well, I think if you're going to build a solid foundation, everybody needs to start with a good, high quality multivitamin. And it does not get any better than our Isotonics Daily Essentials. And I'll tell you why. This product actually has 4 different products in it, including the OPC3. To me, that was amazing. So we're going to talk about each of these 4 products here that are in there. You know, it starts with our Isotonics multivitamin. This has not only all the different ingredients that you need in a good quality multivitamin, it has the right versions of them. You want to make sure you're getting the best quality ingredients. And if you look at the label, I can tell by reading a label now, which I couldn't before, what's good and what's bad. You want to look at something that's natural and not synthetic. Take vitamin E. DL-alpha tocopherol is synthetic vitamin E. It's not natural vitamin E, and it does not have the same benefits. Our product only has the highest quality in here. So great multivitamin, and you combine that with our activated B complex. So I had been taking B vitamins for years, never really saw any benefit, but I was told we need B vitamins. What I found out was I had a genetic variance that didn't allow me to convert inactive B vitamins into active B vitamins. And guess what? About a third of the population have this issue. So they'll go out and they'll buy most B vitamins that you see on the market and not experience anything. So when I tried the activated form, all of a sudden I felt the difference. So B vitamins promote healthy aging, increased energy. Many people are deficient in folic acid and B12 and B6. We've seen many of the different uses for that. Promotes healthy levels of homocysteine. That is a marker for inflammation, cardiovascular health, mood health, and so on and so forth. But the activated B complex makes a big difference. So we also have our Calcium Plus. Many calcium products, and that was, you know, as a pharmacist early on, that was one of the first products I was recommending people take, calcium. Well, most of the calciums that were on the market back then were oyster shell calciums, very, very poorly absorbed. Calcium is not the easiest ingredient to get into the system. Calcium carbonate, which is the most common today, is really just, it's Tums. It raises the pH of the body. It's not doing what you really want a good calcium to do. We know the benefits of calcium: skeletal health, cardiovascular health, muscle health, supports healthy teeth and gums, cholesterol levels, immune function, nerve conduction. You really want to get a good quality calcium into your body. Good quality calcium helps ease the discomfort of PMS, promotes normal blood clotting, sugar levels, body weight, and of course, a healthy pregnancy and fetal development. So everything I'm talking about is in those daily essentials packets. Finally, the OPC3. I had my experience with this product and I thought, wow, I had never experienced anything like that. I was on multiple antihistamines and so many other things, so many other supplements. Nothing touched it until this, solely alone. So I started learning about it, and I learned it helped support so many different things in the body. Well, about that time, my mother came home from Florida, and she was in excruciating pain from her arthritis. She had a doctor's appointment, but she said, Brian, you got to give me something. I said, all right, why don't you try taking this? Well, I sent her off with it. And several days later, she calls me up. She said, thanks a lot, Brian. I said, what do you mean, thanks a lot? said, you know what time it is? It's 11 o'clock at night and I'm cleaning the basement and I have so much energy. I'm like, whoa. So I took notice. I started playing around with it and recommending it to help support the body in so many different areas. I could talk all night long just about that one product, but we've got more to talk about. So you can customize your daily essentials with our 90-day bottles, or you can get the convenience of the packs. I love the convenience of the packets. They're especially great for travel. So we're going to move on. That really sets the foundation. I believe a good, high quality multivitamin is where you want to start. And there's nothing better than the daily essentials. But now what we're going to talk about is really living in your prime. What does it mean to be living in your prime? When you're in your prime, you are your strongest, most active, and most successful physiologically, cognitively, which is a huge issue for so many people, and physically. What age are you in your prime? And do you have to assign an age? Does it have to be in your 30s or your 20s? Can it be in your 50s and 60s? I believe there is no age limit as long as you prepare for it. So vitality, endurance, and healthy aging, it really begins with the choices that you make. Think about where you are today and where you may want to be in your golden years. Maybe those are 10 years off, maybe they're 40 years off. But what toys do you want to be playing with? Choose your ride. Do you want to be surfing and biking and kayaking and continuing all the activities you're doing today? Or would you like these toys? Now, people today that are in a position where they need these specific things on the right-hand side didn't necessarily plan for that. But I can absolutely say they did not plan not to have to use those, because the decisions we make today about our health and wellness can have a massive impact on our health and vitality in the future. So I'm going to stop for a second and I'm going to ask Jackie to complete this sentence for me. My vision for living in the prime of my life and aging well is, and Jackie, you're muted if you could finish that sentence for me.
My vision of living life in my prime and aging well is to honor God, healthy, so that I can bless and serve others with a confident, courageous heart and live life to its fullest, because I was born in 1948 and I believe life is great at 108.
And I know you're going to get there. Thank you so much, Jackie. For me, my vision, I don't want to be limited by activity level. I want to be able to keep up with my kids, and eventually, hopefully I'll have grandkids. I want to be able to keep up with them. When they're off skiing, I want to be off skiing. When they're down at the beach doing whatever they're doing, I want to be right there with them. So think about where you're at and take a piece of paper and finish that sentence. It's so important. So, we've got the foundation. Now we're going to talk about what we can do to really live life in our prime. Our Core 3 Health is a system of 3 powerful products. They work synergistically to enhance each other's performance. And I have a quick video.
Core 3 Health, 3 breakthrough products that you need right now. Isotonics OPC3, the world's most powerful antioxidant, works to restore oxygen in the blood and cellular balance, sweeping away the debris of aging and from the environment, plus the stress that makes you feel sluggish. And in addition to the restorative properties of OPC3, Time magazine says NAD is the closest thing to the fountain of youth. Turning back the clock on aging requires a special type of energy created by healthy NAD+ levels. By taking NAD+, you can start working to rebuild the cells that spark the energy required for a healthy metabolism. This energy is activated by Isotonics Magnesium, the powerhouse behind NAD+'s full potential. During the night, Isotonics Magnesium resets your body, equalizing hormones responsible for stress, weight, and blood sugar balance for a better night's sleep. Each product in Core 3 Health works synergistically to enhance each other's performance. Get ready for a healthier, more youthful you. Not just on the outside, but from the inside out.
So Core 3 is a package that's put together that really helps the body restore, rebuild, and reset. I'm going to get into each component of this real quick. I talked about the OPC3. This standalone product to me is just dynamic, but when you combine it with these other two products, it's absolutely phenomenal. The benefits of the OPC3 we talked about, but specifically in helping the NAD, is it supports healthy levels of oxygen to both to the brains, the neurotransmitters, the muscles, our skin, and everywhere else. Promotes healthy nitric oxide levels, healthy blood flow to the brain, and supports a healthy complexion. You think about people that have different health issues. Maybe they're prone to have eye issues or feet issues, neurological issues. You want to get blood flow there, and that's what the OPC3 does. I refer to it as a product that personally cleans the blood sludge. That's what I believe it does. So oxygen is so critical for life, and the OPC3 with pycnogenol is the key player in getting it there. OPCs are shown to be 20 times stronger than vitamin C and 50 times stronger than vitamin E. So second, well, don't just take if you're going to take an antioxidant, you might as well take the best. Our second product in our Core 3 Health is our NAD+. This is the architect. This is what supports a healthy sleep-wake cycle. That's where our body really regenerates, helps combat the cellular aging process, promotes cognitive health, it does so many different things. It supports a healthy mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are in all of our cells. It's the power plant of our cells. What the NAD does is it helps the cells convert glucose into energy. We are born with loads of NAD. Every cell in our body uses NAD. We have 30 trillion cells. And what that does is allows our DNA blueprint to continually regenerating over and over again so that we maintain our youth, look healthy, mentally sharp, and feeling younger. So turning back the clock with the NAD is key, because as we age, our levels of NAD get depleted. By the time we're 20, they're significantly lower than when we were 6. So could you imagine how we are at the age of 30, 40, and so on? Time magazine, based on studies from Harvard Medical School, says that NAD plus is the closest we've gotten to a fountain of youth. And not only does it help with the energy production, but this is actually, if you're buying that old house and you're refurbishing it, that's what the NAD plus does. It drives our bodies towards optimal functioning by taking old or less functional components in a cell and recycling them. It's a beautiful thing. So the third part of the Core 3 Health is our magnesium. We are energetic beings, period, end of story. We need things that support the energy in our body. Magnesium is key. It helps maintain normal blood sugar levels, supports a healthy sleep cycle, helps maintain normal blood pressure. If you think of magnesium as your body's electrician, 25% of our metabolism, because we have all these energetic connections in our body, 25% of them are directly linked to magnesium. Well, guess what? Americans are woefully deficient in magnesium, woefully deficient. And many magnesiums that you take over the counter just are not very absorbable, which again is why you need the isotonic delivery system to get it in. So there's really nothing in the body that's as influential as magnesium, and it works synergistically with the NAD+, particularly in how it supports the sleep-wake cycle, and it allows you to go into a deep restorative sleep. So there's simple steps that you can do in using the Core 3 product line. Step 1 in the morning, the OPC3, great place to start. It's going to give you the energy and the boost you need to get your day going. The dose of magnesium is going to do the same. In midday, you want that really burst of energy, you take the NAD+. You probably don't want to take it in the evening if you plan to sleep that night. And then step 3 in the evening, of course, is the magnesium, which really helps with the sleep-wake cycle and gives you good restorative sleep. So for me, it's about results. And this is a story I like to tell because this it was so important in my life. I had such a positive benefit from the OPC3 and several other products. Well, then my 4.5-year-old Yorkie Poo went to the vet and unbeknownst to me was given 4 vaccines all at once. Same amount of vaccine they give to an 80-pound dog, they give to an 8-pound dog. Well, after a week, he ended up in the ICU with hemolytic anemia, which is immune mediated, which means his immune system was killing his red blood cells. It's a death sentence for dogs. 80% don't survive. So he had blood transfusions for a week. At the end of the week, they said, there's nothing more we can do. Why don't we put him down? And I said, why don't I take him home? What will happen if I take him home? They said he won't survive the weekend. I said, well, I'm willing to try it. So I had done my research. I started them on my OPC3 because I knew what it did for my immune system, mixed with Ultimate Aloe and a greens product. We didn't have a greens product then. And this was him next week. We called up the vet hospital and said, he's still with us. What do we do? So we took him back down there. They did a checkup, gave him one more blood transfusion. That was when he was 4.5. Today, he is a healthy 15-year-old dog, a healthy and happy. So it really is about results. Your body is talking. The question is, are you listening? I believe it's time to upgrade your supplements. Do you? So where do you start? My recommendations, and the next page is going to give some recommendations that I like to start people with. Number one, set the foundation with our daily essentials, our convenient packs, or you can get the customizable 90-day bottles. Ask the person that invited you on here. We always do an event special to get 10% off. Great way to start. If you really want to talk about Prime, take a look at the Core 3 Health Package. We put together a package now valued at $129.85. You can save $29.85 this month. It's a great way to start. And you can even do the daily essentials in the morning and the Core 3 throughout the day. It is just taking the OPC3 on its own is a home run. Taking the daily essentials is a triple. Taking all these together is a grand slam. And then the third option, really, and this is the option that we hope that you consider, is to join our wellness cause and helping others. It really does come down to helping others. Learn how you can purchase at wholesale and how you can earn a weekly income. So you want to schedule a time to meet with the person who invited you to get the details on that. And what I'd like to do at this point is just have a couple of people, if we have on here, just to share a couple of stories. I'm looking at the clock. We do have a couple of minutes left. I do see that Melissa is on here, and I was hoping that. Now, Melissa's story, understand, Melissa was a customer of Jackie's for how many years, Melissa?
17 now.
17 now, and has just decided to come on board and join our wellness cause. But if you could share your story, that'd be really great.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. I like sharing it because I just feel so blessed to be able to be well again. So it actually started back in 2005. I had celiac undiagnosed my entire life. So my body was completely depleted of nutrients the older I got. And by the time I had my third baby, my entire system crashed. And I was seeing cardiologists, neurologists, rheumatologists. I had AFib and was diagnosed with lupus. So anyway, I was pretty much bedridden. I was able to get out once in a while. I wasn't able to clean, cook, take care of my babies. Fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, you name it, it was out there. Just this girl from Washington was introduced to this wonderful lady named Jackie Blasco from Wisconsin. and talk about like power of people, because it's such a blessing. That story is incredible on its own. But through her, she introduced me to those products. She even went a step ahead and got me connected with some other people in the company. One of them was a doctor in Indiana who gave me the specific regimens to take of the isotonics that he was super familiar with. And within weeks, my entire life changed, and I was out of bed, and I was keeping up with my kids, and I was doing all those things that we take for granted. And I was so, so grateful. And I have been just going 100 miles an hour for the last 17 years chasing kids. And they're all grown now, and I have my first grandbaby. And I just can't tell you how blessed I am. And I just am at that point in my life where I want everybody to know about that. And it's my time now to give back and to be able to share that with people.
That story gives me chills, Melissa. Thank you so much. And Jackie, do you want to share your results with the Core3 Health in the past couple months?
Well, I'd be honored. I started taking very seriously the NAD product along with the Core3, the magnesium, and the OPC in exactly the way that the company told us to. And I have honestly gained, I mean, my energy level is so high that, and my sleep is so deep, and I'm dreaming like I haven't in years, clarity of mind. I just feel like, you know, I'm beginning new again. For many reasons, you know, because I want to help so many people. I was born in 1948, and, you know, again, I want to live healthy as long as I'm on this earth, serving and blessing others. And we're just so grateful for these amazing products and the company that has given them to us, and to embrace the communities that we live in. And to share this is such a privilege. And you, Brian, just bring it home. And I just thank you for that, and everyone on here, you know, because I know you have a hunger to help others, or you wouldn't be here right now. So let's just band together, link arms across this nation, and share this like we never have, with passion, right?
Absolutely. That's
Thank
my
you.
mission, Jackie, is to get the word out. So
Yes,
think about
yes.
it, as you're listening to some of these stories and some of this information, who do you know that may benefit from the information? Get that name of that person in contact with the person that invited you here, so that they can share the same information. Definitely learn more about the products. Schedule a time to meet with the person that invited you to fill out that health awareness survey. Really helps identify where you can get started. So thank you guys all for spending the last 30 minutes with me tonight. Again, people from all over the country, I so appreciate it. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Melissa.
you.
Thank you, Brian.